What's up, Libra? Welcome back to another Four Paths Healing Tarot message. I am delighted to get some messages out here, some confirming messages out here for you, Libra, and it's related to love today. So we're going to have a placement out here for the nature of this connection. And then we're going to end our time together with some oracle messages about the person you are dealing with, what is truly on their heart and their mind as it relates to you. All right. So, welcome. What's up? It's good to see you. Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides, for Libra. Messages for Libra related to the matters of their heart. Now, this could be someone that you are in a relationship with, someone that you're no longer dealing with, or maybe you're just having a challenging time right now. But we're going to start with this relationship connection. God, Angel, Spirit Guides for Libra. What is this connection? What is the nature of this connection for Libra? The first card out here is Memento. And then we have Rendezvous. All right, we have a third one, but I can't yet see what it is. It flipped over. There is a symbol of love in this connection. That's what I'm picking up with Memento. Responsibilities beneath the deck. And it says, romance interrupted, duties come first. Okay, and maybe that is why Rendezvous is coming up, because someone is probably wanting to feel that honeymoon energy again, because it may be family, kids, friends, career, entrepreneurship has really taken over you and your person's time, Libra. And it just kind of feels like you're together, but maybe ships coming in at different times, ships passing in the night kind of energy is what I'm picking up. But Rendezvous says a private getaway for two is calling you. So that's one strong message for someone in the space, is that there is this longing to get back that romantic connection. Someone is wanting that with you, or you're wanting that with someone else. Burning desire out here. This is a very strong, so cross watcher for Libra. They're really wanting to have that connection, that romantic spark. Someone might be feeling invisible here. Flames of passion ignite, and then Memento. As I said earlier, a gift from someone special. So I'm not trying to get weird and be all negative, but I'm feeling that someone is not receiving the kind of connection that they want. And I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's been in a connection for a while with someone, and someone is feeling a little bit tempted right now. Maybe there's someone from the past, maybe there is someone in the workplace that is sending vibes of what's popping. I'm with it if you with it. And it's kind of tempting right now, because in the connection, life has been lifing, responsibilities in the workplace, having to do what you need to do to make sure the kids are good, it's just been a lot of hustle, a lot of responsibilities. And someone, whoever's in this connection, feeling like they missed the romantic rendezvous, fiery, burning desire. They're really in the stage of their relationship where they're fighting temptation, okay? And it happens to all of us. That is a season. I personally believe this. It is a season in every committed relationship, because that is a part of growing the commitment, and defining and refining commitment is based on how we get through the periods and the times where we are being tempted, when we're feeling invisible. How do you work through it? So that is something that's coming up, but we're going to get some tarot out here to learn more about the nature of this connection. God, Angel, Spirit Guides for Libra's connection. Tell us more about the nature of this connection. What do you want Libra to put their focus and attention on right now, God, Angel, Spirit Guides? Thank you. Yeah, definitely some, feels like plateau energy that you're working through. God, angel, spirit guides. What else for Libra, please? All right, we have the Ace of Wands, not quite in reverse. It's a phallic card, so there could be a halt in the romantic life because of the responsibilities. So there's someone who's desiring right now. Yeah, this is interesting. So the Ace of Wands popped out kind of like this. And what that says to me right now is that someone is being tempted. And someone also with the Tower in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. I had to look at my deck to make sure it wasn't in reverse. It's not. Libra, I'm going to keep it real with you because I love you. What would I be on here wasting time for if I wasn't keeping it 100% honest with what I'm feeling? And what's coming through is that someone is going through extreme temptation right now. And someone in this connection is really thinking about stepping out or has considered stepping out, and because they want that fire and desire back. I feel confident in this, what I'm telling you, Libra, because there is a Queen of Wands beneath the deck. And so, you know, when it comes to love readings, and you got all of these cards out here related to fire and desire, responsibilities, memento, and then you have the reversal of the Tower, which for me as a reader is creating change, like man-made change. Okay, let me just slow down, Libra. Bring it back in. Before we get to the Queen of Wands, if I was good at my editing, I would like rewind the video or something, but I'm not good at all of that. So just bear with me. Okay, the Tower is a very spiritual card for me as a reader. It's a Scorpio card. Could be dealing with someone who's a Scorpio, Cancer. Could be a fire sign out here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let me name that. But with this being in reverse, it says to me that it's less about there being a spiritual change, because sometimes if we need to move into a new direction in our lives and we're just hesitant, we're putting it off, Spirit will literally create something, change something, remove something so that you can go on in your life, push you on out there. That's the Tower. But again, the reverse is kind of person-made. We create the destruction. We create the change. And with the High Priestess in reverse too, something in this connection, someone needs to go deeper to really evaluate what's at stake here. Because there is something or someone that's really tempting right now, okay? But not in the right way, because it kind of came out like this. It's not like this is a spiritual nudge to move forward. This is like a false nudge, a false desire, temptation, okay? For me as a reader, that's how I see that. Beneath my Queen of Wands in my deck is the Five of Swords. This feels like what's been making this more challenging is likely there has been hard conversations about all of the responsibilities, the desire, the passion. There's been hard conversations, and it's not like you and this other person are getting anywhere by talking about what you want, what you miss, and, you know, who was this, who was that. It's not like you all are getting anywhere. It just kind of feels like defense and protecting. Someone's protecting themselves from sharing with you, or you sharing with them that you're having a hard time. You want to be touched again. You want to feel love again. You want flowers, whatever this is, but it kind of feels like it's turned into, let's just kind of pick at each other instead of address that we miss each other and we miss the friendship. I just felt emotional. We miss each other, miss the friendship. Then we have a King of Pentacles beneath the deck. And so this could be someone in the connection who Libra is doing really, really well. The King of Pentacles to me is Virgo. I could be talking to a Virgo Libra cusper. And I was sensing that in my Virgo reading, but I didn't announce it that I was possibly speaking to a cusper, but I feel it really strong here. But there could be someone in this connection, you or this other person, where you're doing really, really well. And another thing that is protecting you and this other person from having a deep conversation about what's missing is that someone is really focused on securing finances, securing the home, earning money. And that's been like a distraction, but also, how do I describe this, God, angel, spirit guides? But also the crux of the temptation. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but sometimes money, wealth, and power can be at the root of a tempting energy or drawing the wrong kind of people. This could be someone around in your connection that does not have the right intention too. So I just want to let you know that, Libra, I know that's a whole lot for the connection. Switch around the energies the way that you need to. Now I'm going to get some messages from the Hidden Oracle deck. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. For Libra, please, the person that they're dealing with, what is on their heart, their mind, their true feelings, their true intention for Libra in this connection. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. All right, we have one out here so far. Let's see if anything else wants to pop out. Okay, this kind of wanted to pop out, but not quite. So we'll see what that's about in just a moment. Okay. I wish I could share my good news with you. I just got the vibe that someone in this connection, there has been so much of the kind of, oh, where did it go? This kind of infighting, you know, catty words. Maybe now there is this lack of communication to starve out some type of boundary or whatever. And somebody is not sharing the good news. They're not as communicative, but they're still experiencing life. I don't feel like the two of you are separated, whoever I'm talking to. I feel like this is a connection and you're going through a season right now. You're going through a hard time. Like most relationships, all strong relationships go through a hard time. And it just kind of feels like there's this kind of, maybe even like a little bit of silent treatment right now, but it's making you and this other person very vulnerable to outside energy that's trying to test the commitment. I feel that so strongly. I think this is the first time I've done a love reading on YouTube where I felt this kind of energy where two people are in a connection, they're going through a test. I wish I had treated you better. This could be someone's true intention, but again, sometimes, you know, all of the responsibilities, life happening, maybe they might give you something to show this because maybe they're not a communicator of how they feel, but they're feeling like this. I want to tell you how I feel. Yeah, there's a lack of communication right now. We will be together again. I don't feel like this is a connection that's off. It could be. You could be dealing with someone where you're done because this hard, challenging time has really done its part in the test, and maybe you're not speaking. You're not together in this moment, but it does not feel like this connection is over. It just feels like there needs to be a re-leveling of values. There needs to be a re-leveling of discussion about how you all build each other. But all of this little energy that's kind of picking at you, it's creating an opportunity to explore this next level. This conflict is happening so that you all can grow. Any conflict that happens so that the two of you can have the chance to level up and go to the next season of your lives because you're changing. Your desires are changing, your wants are changing, and these responsibilities that you're working through are also having a strong influence on catapulting or initiating this tower, this change too. And so it's just time to reevaluate who you all are at this time together. You are one person when you start dating. You are another person when you get engaged. You are another person when you get married, and you become a different person once you have children. So you might see the same face, but we change as circumstance change. And so communicating what the needs are now seem important to get out of this. Not winning at all cost, but really listening, sharing, being curious about what's needed, letting go of the baggage from the past, not wanting to win or be right. Look for, okay, I want to explore this. God, you really having me go here today. I'm almost Libra, because you're so good about communicating, but being curious. And it's about, I don't want to approach this conversation as if I already know you, I already know what you are about, I know the outcome, I know what you've been doing, but it's more about, tell me how that makes you feel. When I do this thing that you say is the double standard or you're annoyed by it, how does that make you feel? Tell me about the time when we were together and it felt healthy and strong and beautiful. Do you feel like we can go back? And then, be curious in this conversation if there's an opportunity to have it. All right, that's what I have for you, my lovely Libra. If you like this space and it feels good to you here, I'd love for you to join the family and subscribe. Welcome, welcome if you'd like to do that. And if you can't do all of that right now, hey friend, I'm just glad that you popped in to say hey, and I'm glad that you chose me. And I hope I get to see you next week, Libra, in another 4 Paths Healing Tarot message. Take care. Bye.